Hi guys, this is the next tutorial. I was requested to do an everyday, an eyeshadow look every day that's wearable for every day, and I thought brown is a very, very good colour for that because you can kind of wear it to work, you can wear it to the office, and then what you can do is if you wanted it to be a nighttime look, you can just add a little bit of black and move that upwards and kind of put the lashes on and it'll look like a nighttime look. Now this palette that I've used is from W7, and in my opinion it's just a dupe for the Naked palette, the first one, and this is what it looks like. I think I've shown it in my what I got in the factory shop, my first video. So if you take a look there, you've got your cooler shades here, then you've got the light browns, kind of a reddish tone to that brown. Then you've got a deep brown here and like a matte, very deep brown here too. Now the colour will not be coming up on camera as good as they come up in the photos, so I will put that up on my blog. This is what I used. This eye is done. I used a combination of different browns and creams, and I'll show you what I did for this eye. But this eye is toned down a little bit because it was an everyday, usable, wearable look, and that's what we're doing today. I have L'Oreal Glam Shine on my lips in Tulip, and there's a lovely, lovely smell of that as well. So that's what I've done. I have used my MAC NC15 Studio Fix Fluid for foundation, and I've put over that with some just translucent powder. And I just wanted to get on to the second eye just to show you basically because these colours are beautiful. This is what it looks like. It's from W7 and it's called the 10 out of 10 palette, and it's just they focus on neutrals, and this would be a great palette for brides as well, just to kind of if they're doing their own makeup and they're doing that kind of thing, and brides would be perfect because it's very neutral, very complementary. And the thing with brown is that it does go with every eye colour as well. So this is just the first eye, and I will put pictures up. So what we're going to do is, with our brush, we're going to take a combination of these two colours and we're going to do our crease and just above our crease and our highlight just underneath as well. So I'm just going to take those two colours, like I said, and this one really reminds me of rice paper from MAC. I don't know if you can see it properly. It really reminds me. It's a lovely colour. So we're just going to take that under the eye. And then, because it's such a bright colour, it allows you to go to the inner corners of the eye as well. So you have like that very wide awake look. And you can take it under as well. So we're not going to go, and what I'm going to do then is just with this colour alone, we're going to do our, just under our brows. This is what it looks like, so we're just going to go under the brow. Kind of just gives us that frame that we're looking for. And it's definitely an everyday look, but the thing, that's not to say that at night time you definitely couldn't kind of darken it up a little too. The thing that it might be missing in terms of if you wanted a nighttime look is a deep set dark brown, but they are definitely usable, and definitely you can work with them, and maybe make a combination of two dark browns, maybe get a darker brown. But obviously, you know, if you wanted a black, that would be the only thing that's not in this palette. But again, it is kind of focused more towards the neutral colours, so that's probably why there's not a black there. And you do get 10, so that's quite a good bargain, and that's what it looks like. So let's get on with the brown now. We've put our base down and we've put down our white, and I've obviously put the white underneath here as well, and I used this one which reminded me of rice paper from MAC. Let's get on with the brown then. So I'm taking this colour and I'm going to put this on the lid now. What I'm going to do actually is with this colour, I'm actually not going to put it on the lid, I'm going to bring it in because you can see I kind of have that done here, so we're going to just focus that. And it's important not to go all the way in, so the heavier amount of product should be on the outside of the eye. And what we're going to do now is get our blender brush and blend that in. always make sure your blender brushes and all the brushes you're using are clean. There's no product on it because that will just mess up your eye look. So we're just going to be taking that in very light-handedly as well to blend. And then making sure that you're blending it up into the lid as well so it looks natural. Okay, so what you can see, there's a difference in the lids here. There's a different brown I actually put underneath, which I'm going to show you now, which I love. It's like a mixture of a shimmer and a matte colour brown. It's beautiful, and I put that on the lid. It's beautiful, it really is nice. And again, I will put these pictures up on Kira Explosion of Beauty on my website, so you can see. That's what it looks like on the brush. You can see. Just get some more product if you can. I don't know if you can see. There, and we're just going to put that on our lid. So I'm just going to hold my eye down, really focusing just on the lid. It's like a very, very light makeup look. It's not heavy in any way, so it's definitely suitable for work and things like that. And then when they're both, you can kind of see the look coming together now, very similar to this eye now. So what we're going to do is put our mascara on, and I'm then going to my trusty Max Factor, which is the waterproof Wild Mega Volume, and we're going to put that on now. It's a very, very wearable though. When I was asked to do a wearable look for using a brown eyeshadow and a brown colour actually suits every eye colour. It doesn't fade out people with brown eyes, because sometimes if you use, for example, people with blue eyes should never use blue eyeshadow because it will just drain their look. It will take away from what your eye colour actually is. But luckily with brown, you can actually use that on every eye colour. I do have a colour wheel video that I learned from Robert Jones. He's really he's one of my favourite makeup artists. I have a lot of his books as well, and he does a complete colour wheel on your eyeshadow and what you should use and what suits different people with different complexions and different eye colours, and it really is informative. So let's just get started with our mascara. Again, I'm letting it dry each time before I go in and do a second coat, but I think if it's a daytime, everyday look, this is perfect just for 1 or 2 coats. Absolutely perfect. And it's definitely like an on-the-run look. Definitely doable for that. So we're just making sure we're catching all the lashes. And again, as you can see now, coming together very similar to the other eye. And it's a really nice look too. It's not too over the top, but it's definitely fresh. And that's what the request was, like an everyday wearable look that doesn't take too much time. Just getting the inner corners there. And then our bottom lashes. Okay, so that's the look really. There it is, and I love these colours. I mean, you get so much use out of them, and it definitely is a dupe for me anyway to the first ever Urban Decay Naked palette. It's on Amazon, it's on eBay. I got it in the original factory shop for $4.99, but it was at a reduced rate because that's the kind of shop that is. It's kind of like does all of it, and it tells you on the back every single colour you get. They don't have names like they do on the W7, but you can see they're clearly dupes for the original Naked palette. And you would definitely get a lot of use out of that. So what I'm going to do now is just use my brush like this, and we're just going to bring in our cheekbones. And it doesn't actually say it's an eyeshadow palette, so what I do sometimes, and I have done this before on other people, is I use, like, see this brown here would be a very good contour, and it doesn't actually say eyeshadow palette, so I do like to use the very matte colours sometimes as contours as well. So what we're going to do is just gather some of that, and we're just because of the angle of the foil and brushes, you can see the smallest begins here and it goes kind of fans out. So if you bring your face in like this, you have pointing the smallest angle at the beginning and very light-handedly going down, and same thing on the other side. And then I stop around here, so it just brings in the corners of my cheeks to look like it's contoured really, really nicely. And that's what I would do, just to finish off the look, you know, just to give yourself a contoured little look, not too over the top, just a nice kind of lightly contoured look. So again, we're going to start with the smallest angle of the brush, like that, and we're just going to obviously position our face and then move it down. And you can see it just gives that slight brought in look. And none of the colours I'm using for the contour are matte at all. And then the other side. Very, very lightly done on either side. Then again, you can see even though I haven't blended it yet, straight away it's bringing forward kind of these areas here which I wanted it to do. So now that we're just going to clean that brush off just to make sure that there's not excess powder on it, and then we're going to use it and just kind of, we're just going to lightly, very light-handedly always when you're contouring, blend it into the skin. Just gives that very defined finished look to your face. And then at the top as well. And it's just a beautiful look, very fresh. Okay, so that's the W7 palette, and that's me finished with those colours for now. You get a lot of use out of it, a lot of use. Again, those matte colours could be used as contours, they can be used as eyeshadows. Very, very good pickup for me. Also, if you're just starting out your makeup kit, there's another, it's a very good product to go for, because you can use it for brides, you can use it for proms, you can use it for things like that, so it's very, very good, because you could go a little bit, you know, more dramatic with the eyes as well, but I was just asked to do like an everyday look with an eyeshadow, and I chose brown for that, because brown does suit every single eye colour, and it's great. If you do want to know a little bit more about eye colours, I would look at my video about the colour wheel, which is, I think it's 8 or 9 videos back, when I was just doing the Robert Jones Makeup Academy. I learned so much from that, so I have put that in a video for you too. And I've also actually spoke about one of his books as well, which I don't have to hand right now, but it's a makeup artistry book that's also in the 3rd video down, Makeup Makeovers by Robert Jones, and he really goes through everything with you, so that's great too. So this is the look, this is the eyeshadow look, very simple, very suitable for every day as it was requested. And the browns, again, I'll just show you before we go, and I will put them on Kira Explosion of Beauty. They are very wearable for every day, but again, if you want to kind of do it up for night time, you could do that too. That's actually doing a better job of showing you the colours, so there you can see. And the size as well is quite big for what you usually get in an eyeshadow palette too, and that's what I liked as well. So that's the W7 palette. Thank you for requesting the video, and I will see you in the next one. And do check out my blog for all of the details about W7 10 out of 10 and where you can get it. Thank you for watching.